What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. This video receives a special shout out from one of you who commented on a previous video where I answer your questions, part 2. Andrea Sanfilippo asked an amazing question that till this day, I beat myself up for not coming up with a video on this already. Andrea wanted to see a video where I dive into the work-life balance at different consulting firms. You know, it's not always about the money, and Andrea really gets that. So today, I'll be sharing a couple different firms at different positions and ranking which has better work-life balance. From there, I'll tie into my experiences as an entry-level management consultant, so be sure to stick around till the end of this video to get the most out of it. But if you're just into the money, I respect that too, which is why I'll be linking some of my top videos on this channel below where I break down the salaries at the MBB, Big 4, Tier 2, and boutique consulting firms. Before getting started though, I do want to mention that as of last week, I've officially helped over 100 people successfully land a job at top consulting firms around the world. I'm super grateful and happy to see how my videos and mentorship through my website ryanrafi.com have brought us all to this level. A lot of my clients have received offers from top firms like McKinsey, Accenture, PwC, LEK, and so many other firms. If you'd like mentorship as well as when it comes to getting into management consulting, then be sure to visit my website ryanrafi.com and schedule a one-on-one appointment using the discounts in the bio below for my products and services. If you enjoy these videos and the content that I am sharing with you guys, then take a second to also like, comment, and subscribe to show your love and support. I make these videos for you guys, so your comments and love definitely keep me going, so please keep that on. You know, I'm in the mood to give another shout out actually. Akil Daily is one of my favorite subscribers who shows continued love on this channel. Thanks Akil, and I hope you enjoy this video as well. With all that said, let's just get into today's video. Work-life balance has become a bit more blurred since the pandemic started. We stopped going to the office or traveling to the client site and began operating from home. Many of us thought that this was a blessing. I, for one, would sometimes just roll out of bed and sign into my meetings. The convenience factor was definitely there, but have we all just fallen into some sort of rut or cycle? Is this the new norm, and has working from home increased the amount of time we spend working altogether? Staying remote has shown in recent studies that we're 47% more productive and show efficiency in our daily tasks and responsibilities. Now, for many in consulting to begin with, work-life balance ceases to exist. With client meetings, presentation prep, research, and internal discussions, the work feels like it never ends, which is why many consultants are working more than 55 or even 65 hours in every given week. Despite the stigma of consultants working obscene hours in any given week, this wasn't something that I personally wanted regularly. Sure, I spend some weeks working more than others, but I also have a life that goes beyond working. I want to spend time with myself by going to the gym, seeing friends, and making YouTube videos for you guys. So starting off this list of work-life balance schedules, we see McKinsey within the MBB. McKinsey is probably one of the most well-known consulting firms, probably because it's the oldest. Despite this being the case, an entry-level business analyst is typically seen working 60 to 70 hours every given week. Even as an associate and manager, you're typically working the same hours, so your work-life balance seems pretty limited in my opinion. Jumping on to the next firm, we have Bain. Bain associate consultants also have an average of anywhere between 60 to 70 hours per week, with most of their work being in Excel and developing PowerPoints. Once we reach the consultant, manager, and principal level, however, their hours tend to drop just a little bit, with most principals hitting between 48 and 53 hours in a given week. Last and certainly not least in the MBB is BCG. Associate consultants at BCG tend to average between 55 and 65 hours in a given week. Moving up the ladder, consultants here tend to maintain the same hours of work, plus or minus just a little bit though. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, it's hard to come up with an exact hour because every consultant is different. No two consultants have the exact same experience or working style, which can very well determine how many hours they spend working. And beyond this, the project you're staffed on plays a crucial factor. Some projects have higher priorities and upcoming deadlines, whereas others just don't. So keep in mind that these are just averages from thousands of employees. Now we move move into the Big Four, and starting off that list is Deloitte. More than 50% of Deloitte business analysts work between 40 and 50 hours in every given week. Pretty impressive so far, right? But moving up to consulting and senior consultant level, and people are still seen working the same hours on average. Is this the norm for the Big Four? Let's keep going to find out. EY tends to follow in a similar path with their entry-level consultants working between 40 and 45 hours in a given week. As consultants move up the promotion cycle, they're still working the same hours. However, certain consultants reaching the more senior positions hit the 55-hour mark per week as well. PwC follows in the same path as the other two Big Four firms, with many consultants working between 46 and 52 hours per week. It tends to be on the higher side, but compared to your fellow MBB consultants, 52 hours seems pretty good to someone averaging 70 hours a week. Moving up, however, managers and senior managers are commonly working between 53 and 60 hours a week. So at this point, we're seeing a bit of a spike. Finally, on our list of the Big Four, we have KPMG. Again, these consultants are working anywhere around the 43 to 47 hours per week mark. At an entry level for a management consultant, that's pretty good and kind of unheard of. Managers and senior managers, similar to PwC, also see an increase in their working hours though. At this level, you're likely working anywhere between 52 and 60 hours a week. So there you have it. The numbers, quick and easy as always. The hours spent working at different consulting firms at the MBB and Big Four levels. As I mentioned earlier, these hours really do vary. They vary on so many factors, so don't bite my head off for being off or if you had different hours yourself. In fact, let me know in the bio below what your hours typically revolve around as a management consultant. But as we see from this list, MBB consultants clearly tend to have more working hours weekly compared to consultants at the Big Four. With that being said, however, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but their salaries tend to be a bit higher respectively. Do higher salaries equate to being paid more on an hourly basis? And is making more but working more also worth it? That's for you to determine, but I've made videos covering these topics in the past, which I'll gladly link in the bio below for you to check out. For me, I mentioned in a previous video how work-life balance is a priority. In fact, I'll link that video in the bio below for you to check out and learn more about what I like about consulting. At my consulting firm, for example, I tend to work anywhere between 40 and 45 hours at max in a given week, and that's common for consultants at most levels at my firm. If you'd like me to dive into the firm I work at, then make sure this video gets 20 likes in the first week after posting. With that being said, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. If you'd like more specialized guidance and mentorship when it comes to getting into consulting, I've officially helped over 100 people get into top firms around America and India, so be sure to visit my website, ryanrafi.com, and schedule a one-on-one appointment. I've left my promo codes in the bio below for you to reference as well. As always, thanks. Until next time.